Hey, what's up, boys? I know I haven't been around in a couple days, and I'm probably not going to be back for another couple days, but I kind of wanted to keep you guys in the loop on what's going on for anybody who gives. And if you don't, that's all good. I'll be back to normal soon. Too long, didn't watch. I was up. I'm attempting to not get up, and these are just going to be some life updates on what's going on. And also, man, did y'all see Trump get shot at? That was all honestly very terrible. But man, what a moment in history. That's going down in history books for sure. Super unlucky that that happens the day that I'm missing for a couple days and I get a couple of people being like, hey man, were you involved? No, obviously not. Ridiculous. But yeah, history is being made every day. Actually insane. So let's just talk about a couple of things that I wanted to kind of get off my chest. I'm not sure what the title of this video is, but let me just say what it is that I'm talking about, and that is I'm moving. This house, this year has been one of, if not the best year of my life. Things just went really well. I'm gonna miss this house. In the next couple weeks, you guys are probably gonna be seeing a difference, and well, you will be seeing a difference in my stream background, which I'm very excited about. I'm getting a new room, new place. It's gonna be a lot better sounded, and it's gonna be a lot safer of a house, which I'm very excited about because the safety of my roommates is very, very, very important to me. But yeah, new house coming soon, but I don't wanna forget how many good memories I had in this house, and I would be lying if I said I'm not going to miss it. This was a great house. This was a great year. A lot of good memories happened here. I got a new cat while I was here. His name's Bongo. I mean, the neighbors were great. The HOA was great because I never noticed them. Renting from these people sucked ass, but it is what it is. It's probably my favorite house I've ever lived in, and I'm really hoping the next house is even better, but we'll see. I've gotten about 5 months worth of renovations in it, and I'm getting impatient at this point, but I should be moving in at the end of this month. So whenever that happens, I'll give you guys a tour. And yeah, it's just a lot has happened over this year. A lot of good friends are being made. A lot of good content's being made. We started the Gotcha Cast while I was here. We started the Uncultured podcast while I was here. Steak and Eggs podcast is still going incredibly strong. We started Wuthering Waves here. We started Zenless Zone Zero here. We continue to grind out Honkai Star Rail here. Genshin Impact is still fucking shit here. And we're going to talk about, oh my god, can you believe that Genshin Impact Hoyoverse hates black people? Oh my god. Like we haven't been here before. History repeats itself, ladies and gentlemen, and now I am old enough and bitter enough in this community where I have seen the exact same drama happen not once, not twice. We are in the third time, and people are still shocked that in China, they're not really too big on putting black people in their media or games. Man, oh man, I guess we're back here again. Oh, don't worry, guys. I made a Twitter post saying that we really want black people in our game. It's just not going to happen, guys. It's really not. And if they do, let's be real, they're going to make him a 4-star. Or make the 5-star one of the worst characters in the game. Don't get me wrong. Am I still going to try Natlan? Sure. But I'd be lying if I said the only reason, or I'd be lying if I didn't say the only reason that I play Genshin Impact is just to keep up with all this stupid ass shit with it. I play it once every 3 months, and then I still have the credibility to tell everybody how shit that fucking game is and how shit that company's handlement of that game is, even worse. Yeah, what a joke. Anyways, speaking of controversy, I would really like to talk about how I'm doing. And I usually don't talk about this. I'm usually a little bit, uncomfortable when it comes to talking about myself from a real point of view. But I think I've been fucking up for a little bit. I do. I really do. Thankfully all the people who have been upset at me or I've been upset with, that I give a fuck about. I mean this genuinely. If there's some smaller CC who's jaded, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of smaller CCs that are jaded about me and they think they're unique. Listen, I'll be real, guys. If you got like 500, 3,000, 4,000 subs and, I can't talk to everybody, nor do I really wish to, because that kind of just means that everybody on the internet can have the ability to communicate with me, and I'll be real, I'm just not going to do that. It's like getting upset unironically at a tweet with 1 like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. I will be real. I think I have become a little bit more intense, a little bit more severe with the way that I present some of my content on stream. And I know a lot of that is due to stress, and a lot of that is due to anxiety, but even more so, a lot of that was due to necessity. And what do I mean by that? Well, for a very long time, and I'm sure you guys are aware of this, this space was pretty much a fucking war zone for me. It was. I had so many motherfuckers coming at me every single fucking day, and me defending myself was considered attacking other people, whether that's indirectly or directly mentioning my name. And I'm sorry, man, when a dumb motherfucker steps up, I'm gonna put him in their fucking place. But I will be damned if we're going to consider self-defense as a outward attack. Absolutely not. However, I would like to say the space for gotcha has gotten a lot better, and drastically so. I mean, the majority of the problematic people in this world, in this space, are pretty much gone now. And it's insane. Like, they're legit just gone. Now, I'm sure some of them are going to come back full swing for Natlin. But, yeah, a lot of the people making the space much worse, the people who would pretty much pander to the snowflakes, talk about how everything has to be a pussy hug box, you know, people who pander to the Twitter mob, they're pretty much all gone. And rightfully so. I've been letting them know the error of their ways for what's now, guys, I'm going to say a number that's really fucking disgusting. 6 years. Been doing YouTube for 6 years now. And we're still killing it every day. Twitch streams are amazing. Top 100 English-speaking streams on the planet. But I think I have trouble letting go of how things used to be. And I think sometimes I come off a little bit too aggro on some of my reacts and some of my streams. And going forward, I'm going to try to give other content creators a little bit more leniency. I think that's been an error on my part. And, you know, if I've ever given you a harsh react or two, just know I apologize. But I would like to also say, if you are a content creator that I've ever reacted to and you don't want me to react to you, just let me know. Absolutely. We'll never react to you. Won't mention your name. It's really that easy. I don't do any of these things out of malice. I hope you guys know that. Well, some things I do out of malice. I do. I don't want to lie here. I do some things out of malice, and I'm pretty sure you guys can tell what those are. But for 99% of the time, I usually don't. But outliers always exist. There's exceptions. They're not the rules. You know how it goes. But yeah, if you don't want me to react to your shit, just let me know. Shoot me a DM. Leave me a comment. All good. I'll take down the videos too. All good. There's been a couple content creators, not too many, about 2 or 3 that have let me know. No problem. Mum's the word. Don't mention them. Don't talk about them. Don't react to them. I remove all the videos referencing them. Is what it is. It's all good. It's no hard feelings. Yeah. And totally understood. No ill will whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be for fun, right? It's supposed to be all about having a good time. Now, obviously, with me understanding that, you know, the space used to be very hostile for me, and I still think that it is, but in reality, I think the space is actually pretty good right now. There's a lot of good people at the top, and that makes me really happy, because it wasn't always like this. And unfortunately, a lot of CCs weren't around when the Great Gotcha War happened, and they won't really understand what I'm talking about. But I know my longtime viewers know, knowers know, and it is what it is. And maybe if you want to lore dump on them sometime, you're more than welcome to. I know a couple content creators made a good video on that. But yeah, the next thing I would like to say is, finally, and Tectone means finally, I have medication, which is great. It's nothing crazy. And I just want full transparency for what it is. It's just a little thing called propranolol. And what propranolol does is it essentially lowers your heart rate, promotes blood flow. But one of the things that you can use propranolol for is to counteract panic attacks. And these are something that I have quite often on stream. And I never know why I have them, because I don't think I'm stressed. I don't think that I'm nervous, but I do think the thing that I am is overworked. And I think I've done a lot for too long. And I'll be real, guys. I was averaging around 260 hours of streaming just on Twitch a month. That doesn't account for me having to do business meetings for the 4 companies that I own. You know, me also running my YouTube, talking to my editors, talking to my moderators, coordinating content ideas, coordinating future OTK ideas, future GotchaCast episodes, helping other creators. And if you're a smaller creator, I'm sure that we've had some interaction, which I really think for a lot of the larger creators of the space, I don't think they can say that. I don't think there's any, and once again, okay, here we go. I think there's a big difference between confidence and ego. But I am going to say something that people can take as arrogance, and that's fine. If you want to take that, go ahead. It's pretty much perception is reality at this point. I know that I do have an ego. However, I don't think it's a problem at my size. I'm going to state a fact. You can disagree if you want, but know that you'll be wrong. There is not a single creator of my size who has done more assistance, 1, for the community, and 2, for smaller creators. And that is a fucking fact. And I know that, and I'm very proud of that. I'm incredibly proud of that, because I am attempting to do what I wish I had people help me with when I was smaller. But when I was smaller, I had nobody. You know what I had? 3 other phones that I would use to pull up my stream. That way I would go from 1 viewer to 4 viewers. And that's what I would do. You know what else I would do? I would post my goddamn shit into a Reddit, upvote that bitch on 3 different accounts, get that shit from 1 upvote to 4 upvotes, and hope to God somebody saw my shit. I refused to take failure as an option. Absolutely not, bro. I'm good. I have medication for my panic attacks now, which is great. And I guess it's kind of strange to admit that there was something wrong with me. But man, the guilt that I would feel when the demons of my own mind would hold me back from doing the one thing that actually made me felt good, which is streaming. Now, I will say, I definitely have an addiction to streaming. I absolutely do. I definitely have an addiction to content creating. I absolutely do. But sometimes my other addictions, which is hanging out with friends in real life, sometimes takes over. I've been gone for 3 days. Maybe this video is a little bit dramatic, but I cannot tell you how big of a deal 3 days off, and I'm probably going to get to 6 days off, is for me. It feels like every day I'm in a hyperbolic time chamber of making my body feel better. Like I'm awake, I'm active, I have more energy, I've had no anxiety, I feel clear, I feel focused, I feel determined. I have a lot of things I need to do. I mean, even just today, I picked up a new project. I'm doing a new Dungeons & Dragons project, which you guys will probably see in about 2 months. I'm doing that with a couple of my buddies. One that I can name, Jimmy here, which I fucking love that guy to death. We're starting our D&D podcast today, which is going to be recorded, posted on YouTube later, as well as I'm doing Steak and Eggs with Asmongold's dad today, which I'm very excited about. I love Asmon so much. Fucking great fucking dude. Great fucking dude. Emmy's great too. She's so sweet. Very nice. I love my Steak and Eggs podcast. And then the day after, I'm flying to Florida. Yeah, we're going to Florida, guys. My least favorite state in all of America. Why am I doing that? Well, there's a content creator called Destiny, and he wanted me to be on his podcast. So I am flying out to Florida to do a quick podcast with Destiny, doing 2 podcasts with him, actually. And, yeah, hoping that goes well. I think it'll be nice. It'd be nice to meet somebody new. It's also really funny because I know he's a very controversial figure, and I can't wait to see how upset people get by me merely being in his presence. And yeah, we're doing it for a little bit of a meme, but yeah, I'm waking up 3 a.m. that day, and I'm not getting back till midnight. That's going to be a busy fucking day. I am quite stressed about it because I only want to be gone for a day because I don't like being away from my kiddies, who are doing very well. But yeah. A lot of things happening, and then hopefully I'll be back to stream the next day. If I need to take 1 more day off, I will, but we'll see. That being said, I am also thinking about adding in a day off every week just for me to reset, but I really don't know if I can do that because I really enjoy streaming, but I do think I need to take more time off. I'm trying really hard, but I think I'm just trying to do too much, but we'll see. We will see. It's been a little bit of a battle on YouTube with the comments, universally, not just me. I feel like everybody's state of their channel right now is a fucking mess. just talking about Zenless Zone Zero will assuredly get you 80% likes to 20% dislikes. People get really upset about that game, and it is pretty wild. I will say the gacha space is in a little bit of a weird issue, because before it was kind of just like, cover this one game and you're good. But now there's so many options and there's a lot of fragmentation. However, people who get how to roll with it good, people who are given, and I don't want to be rude here, but there are a lot of creators who are just kind of given a channel just because they so happen to cover Genshin, just because they so happen to be moderately attractive, just because they so happen to cover that game during COVID. And now the people who are actually making good content, compelling content, are starting to rise above those who lucked out. And I hope nobody gets offended by saying that. But, a lot of content creation is luck. And that was a huge factor, was the COVID creators who blew up. And here we are. I think another thing that I'm never really going to get used to is people who care more about relationships than I care about my own relationships. And what do I mean by that? And I want to say this for anybody who needs to hear it. Just because there's two creators in the same space does not mean that they're friends. And I got to keep it honest with you. If I have not made a personal call to that creator, if we have not talked frequently off stream in DMs, we're just like not friends, right? I might have respect for them, but you got to get this, and I feel very fortunate for me saying this, which is I have so many friends right now. It's absurd. I used to have maybe one or two back when I was in middle school, but now I have hundreds. And unfortunately, when it comes to me, the more good friends that I have, and I have a lot of good friends, guys. I have a lot of good friends. Unfortunately, I don't have time for people who suck. I don't. I'm gonna be a lot less tolerant, because I don't really need to bust my back for relationships when I have hundreds of relationships that are perfectly functional. And I'm gonna be real. There are a lot of content creators who suck fucking dick at being a good friend. They just do. And there's probably a lot of y'all that suck dick at being a good friend. But the amount of creators who I've attempted to be friends with that claim that we're cool, and I send them DM after DM after game invite after game invite, and I don't get anything in return, and then those same people want to say, bad friend, I'm sorry, bro, but you don't know how to be a good friend. And I think a lot of people don't know how to be a good friend. I know how to be a very good friend, and I'm sure anybody who is my friend knows that. But it is shocking, the state of 2024 content creators and their inability to understand, if you are not reaching out, we are not fucking tight. That's just how it goes. And from a viewer perspective, some of y'all need to fucking calm the fuck down. Losing a friendship to y'all might be a big deal. To me, it's usually a great thing. And the reason why that is because I don't feel like wasting time on making a relationship work that will probably prove to be a 3 out of 10 mediocre friendship. And once again, a lot of you guys can draw conclusions of, oh, he must be talking about this guy. I promise you, I'm not talking about one individual whatsoever. I'm talking about a plethora of people. A plethora of people. I know a lot of you guys want me to be friends with this guy, that guy, do content with this guy, but I'm kind of just getting to the point where I just want to make content with people I like, not content that people you like, because I just want to have fun on my streams. And I'll be real, I usually can't be bothered to interact with somebody who I don't really fuck with for maybe more than one podcast or two. I'm just not really interested. And you guys really shouldn't give a fuck who I'm friends with or not. You just shouldn't. And also on that regard, you guys also should really not try to understand my friendships with other people too, because if you don't get them, I don't give a fuck, because the parties involved do. And I'll be real, when I'm sitting there, crazy comparison. When I'm sitting there, this is insane what I'm about to say, okay? When I'm having sex with a woman, am I going to think, oh man, I wonder if her best friends would approve of the technique that I'm using for intercourse? I wonder if they would approve of how many back shots I'm giving this hoe. You know what I'm saying? But it's on the internet. We're like, I don't really understand their dynamic, so they're abusive. Oh, God, bro, just shut the fuck up. It's so ridiculous. The internet is so... you were being kind of a dick to this person. Okay. All right. That's crazy how we're still cool. Yeah, but what did Jesus Christ think of your interaction? Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. If two people say they're cool, then fuck off. And that's how it goes. Unless you're doing that intentionally to farm viewers, in which case, hey, man, get them. But I hope you know how much of a psychopath you sound like. People are fucking nuts. Jesus Christ. The Gotcha space is going great as far as communities, or as far as the content creators go, but man, some of the chatters they're just out of their fucking mind, man. They are out of their fucking mind. That whole Natland bullshit, oh, dude. People are so lucky I wasn't there to be live. I was about to say the most radioactive nuclear takes that everybody's thinking, but nobody's saying. But yeah, bro. We really are never getting black characters in Genshin Impact, are we? We're just not. We're just not. We're just not. And people have every right to be upset at that. But you got to understand, right? If you want a black character in your game, then you shouldn't be playing Genshin Impact to get that. Go play something else, because I assure you we're not getting that in this game. Okay, and if they do, we'll get a little bit tanned, and they'll say they're black, but it's just not really going to happen, man, okay? Chinese companies, they just don't fucking do that. It is what it is. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? You have these people bitching and moaning on Twitter. But, yeah, there's no change coming to that, guys. There's not. We've done this once. Now we've done this twice. And as of today, we have done the same drama 3 times. In fucking insane. And I'm still going to farm it when I get back, too. I got so much more to say. It's exciting. Dude, I got like 200 React videos good to go for when I get back. It's going to be a wild ride. But I just need you guys to know, too long, didn't watch. Let's go over everything. Took some time off because I'm moving, and because I'm preparing new content, and because now I'm getting used to my new medication, reevaluating how I go about my content, maybe easing up a little bit, pulling the brakes, because I know I've been pretty aggro for a little bit, because I had to be aggro, but now I know I don't have to be that anymore. And yeah, just getting ready to hit the ground running, taking some time off to manage the old anxiety and stress levels, and that's pretty much it. If you sat through all of this, wow. Hope the quality wasn't too shit. But I really appreciate all you guys being here. Hopefully you'll see how good of a mood I am when I go live next. And to my Twitch chat, I do want you guys to know, parasocial statement coming soon. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys are doing good. I apologize for any of these other streamers that you're having the misfortune of watching. I know you probably really want me to come back, and I will be back soon, don't worry. And that subathon that you guys are wanting will be happening sooner than you might think. Big projects, big reveals coming soon. And yeah, that is pretty much everything. If you have any comments, feel free to leave one. I miss you guys very much. And I appreciate y'all's support very much. And I will be back soon. But just give me a couple more days. Okay? Love you guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.